Hi everyone, another action step for Money Mindset March. In today's video, I want you to think about vacation days. I want you to pull out your calendar and I want you to pick out 20 days where you're going to take off minimum 20 days that you're going to take off this year and put that and pencil it in. I'm not even saying you have to pen it in, but pencil it into your calendar so that you create one, something to look forward to, and two, you build in breaks. So often we get caught up in like yeah, I'm going to, and then when it happens, and I am guilty of this as well, where I'm like, I'm going to take one Friday off a month, and then either a client will call and say, oh, can I reschedule for a Friday, and or I'll just, like an intensive wants to schedule on a Friday, and then I'll say, oh, okay, yeah, I could see you on that Friday, and so you violate your own boundary, right? So we try really hard not to do that, but I want you to find 20 days where you're going to take time off. And I don't know how you feel about that when I say that number, but just to give you some perspective, 20 days would be like 2 weeks off in the summer, right? Five, and this is not including weekends, right? I mean, unless you work weekends, and so that's like seven. But if you think about that's 2 weeks off in the summer, like a week in July, a week in August, but then there's also Thanksgiving and like Christmas break. If you take off the 2 weeks, between Christmas and New Year's, that's 2 weeks, that's 20 days right there. If you then take off, for um, like I said, for the holidays or for just a week off in the summer just to be off with your kids. And think about like if you take 2 or 3 days off to go for a conference, you could very easily get to 20 days. So when I say 20 days, that's the bare minimum, right? Ideally you would want to take more, but I want you to open up your calendar. I want you to just, and if you just have to throw darts at the wall, I want you to build out vacation days for yourself because I want you to prioritize your mental health. I want you to prioritize just taking some time off for you. And I want you to put it, like, build it into your calendar so that over time, as you get more comfortable with it, that you're just like, oh, and I do this now. I'm off for the 2 weeks between Christmas and New Year's. I don't work those weeks. I'm getting better about the summer. I want to take more time off in the summer, but it's like I take the 4th of July week off, and I'm going to take, I don't know, Labor Day week off, or whatever it is that you're going to decide, or spring break for your kids that you're taking off those days. So put that in your calendar, build that into your mindset that you take at least 4 weeks off for just breaks, right? And getting into the habit of, and again, I say 4 weeks, but maybe you only take like 2 days out a week. But just getting into the mindset and getting it into your calendar and then practicing the elevator speech that you give to your clients to say, oh, I'm usually off like 4 weeks out of the year. And if a client is just like, oh, well, must be nice. I'm glad you get 4 weeks off because I get 2 weeks off. That you have learned how to get comfortable with that potential pushback, where you then could say, yeah, like, well, it's Christmas and New Year's, that's 2 weeks already. And then, like we're off for 4th of July, and then my kids are off for spring break. Like, yeah, like that. I know it goes by like so fast, but like, what do you do to take off your time? Do you take time off? Oh, you don't get 2 weeks? Okay, well, maybe that's one of the things we work on in session is how do you prioritize? How can you, if possible, prioritize, time off, even if it's like days. You can't take weeks off like me, but maybe you could take days off, Friday here, Friday there. Just getting comfortable because, again, I want you to model for yourself and I want you to model for your clients that taking time off is important. Okay? So that's your task for today. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.